is Jyotsna Hegde with NRI Pulse. Today we have with us an iconic Bharatanatyam exponent, Miss Rama Vaidyanathan. She is in Atlanta to perform Margam, which is one of her latest productions. So we are going to talk to her a little bit about that. Miss Rama, I'm going to let you do all of the introductions about your production. Please tell us about Margam.
So this production is called New Dimensions to the Margam. So the Margam is a specific set of dance compositions that a student of Bharatanatyam learns. So that is the first step that we do after learning the basic adavos and movement patterns. So past several years, I have been working on new poetry from different languages, with a different perspective, with a different flavor to it, and using the Bharatanatyam idiom, using the grammar to widen the spectrum of the dance form. So this program consists of 5 standalone dance compositions in 5 different languages, and compositions that I have conceptualized from scratch. It is not that I have taken a ready-made composition and I have put dance movements to it. No, I have conceptualized it, conceived it and choreographed it from scratch. So, which is why I call it New Dimensions to the Margam. Which is why I call it New Dimensions.
You know, in this latest production, you also have a lot, we saw Abhangs and then we saw Rabindra Sangeet, and, it's a nice big composition. So did you have to, so are you well versed in all of these? So did you have to do some research to sort of get the essence of all of these different flavors?
Yeah, so definitely Marathi and Bengali are not languages that I speak. But
and traditionally not something we link with Bharatanatyam.
Exactly, yeah. But I was able to work with scholars and people who could help me with the language, with the interpretation, and I did my research before
How long
I choreographed it. Yeah, it takes a few months to get it all together.
Well, that's about Margam, but then you've been a dancer for a much longer time. So tell us about your journey, your dance journey so far. When did you start and how you got up to
So I started when I was 6 years old from Yamini Krishnamurthy. She's one of the biggest doyens of Bharatanatyam. So she lives in Delhi and I was also in Delhi.
You were born and raised there?
So my parents are basically from Kerala, but I was born in Pune, but literally by the time I was 3 years old, I've been in Delhi since. So then studies happened, but then my mother realized, and I also realized that I have an interest, and everybody said that the renowned dance guru Saroja Vaidyanathan. So it was like a very smooth transition for me to be a dancer pre-marriage and post-marriage. So it was, I just continued being a dancer because the whole family was involved in that. So and then this school that my mother-in-law started, it's called Ganesh Natyalaya in Delhi. So I teach there and I have several students, and of course I perform, and then I also have select students who have taken up dance full time.
Wow.
I take them under my wing to teach them and then to nurture them, and so that they are able to be solo dancers.
So tell us, what in your illustrious career so far, what has been the most gratifying moment for you? I'm sure there are many, but something that's always stood out with you.
Yeah, there are many moments. Every program is special, but yes, I do a lot of performances for SPICMAKE, Society for Promotion of Indian Culture amongst youth. So they do a lot of programs in schools and colleges and universities across the country. So I go also to a lot of schools which are in rural areas and where the children are seeing this kind of art for the first time.
Oh.
You know, so dancing for those children, connecting with them, and then seeing them completely moved by the dance. And some kids even come up to me in tears, you know. So I think that is gratifying because I feel as a dancer, I have converted all of these people into dance lovers. You know, so that is the way. So whenever I make a difference, I try to make a difference in this world through my dance. So whenever I'm able to make a difference, that is gratifying to me. Whenever, like even in Atlanta, after the Atlanta performance, there is one young dancer who came up to me and she was crying and she said, "I'm so inspired and I'm touched." I think that is a gratifying moment. These are much more gratifying than awards and your
And you
name
were
coming in
saying
the
many.
news and the name coming in the newspaper and all of that. You know, this is more gratifying for me.
Good to know. So, what does dance? The word dance to you personally. What does it mean to be a dancer?
I think to be a dancer, especially an Indian dancer with Indian classical dance, I think it is about connecting with yourself. It is about exploring who you really are. It's about introspecting and getting into the depths of your body, of your soul, of your mind, and to bring that connection with yourself and then bring that connection with that supreme consciousness. So it's a journey, it's a sadhana. So it's not a physical activity only. You know, it's not just like cardios, like running on the treadmill. No, there is a huge emotional impetus that goes into dance, and I think that connection is what is special for Indian dance, and I try to get that connection.
So, as a dancer, what is success for a dancer? How do you define success when you're a dancer?
Yeah, you know, as a dancer, I think success is when you wake up in the morning every day and you are inspired to dance. I think inspiration is like one of the biggest things for dance. I mean, you can get name, fame, money, international travel, awards, picture coming in the magazines and newspapers, all of it. But all of it doesn't make any sense if you are not inspired from within. If that energy, that fire is not inside you, that you need to dance, you need to teach, you need to perform, you need to choreograph, you need to explore, you need to experience dance. So that inspiration is success. And that success can happen even when you're 90 years old. You know, even if you're not able to dance the way you were dancing when you're 20, at the age of 80, but if you're inspired, that is success.
So, what or who is your inspiration?
Definitely, my inspiration is my mother, who actually guided me and helped me to be a dancer and encouraged me and was totally behind me. And then, of course, my two gurus, Yamini Krishnamurti and Saroja Vaidyanathan. Saroja Vaidyanathan is also my mother.
Out of work, right? I mean, it's not just how many hours in a day do you actually practice?
Oh, so I feel dance is a 24 activity. It's not like a 9 to 5 job. You close your computer and then you're no longer, you know. So dance is like all the time you're thinking about it, you're reading about it, you're watching it, and then you're dancing, you know. So many things. So I am pretty much dancing the whole day. But actual physical dancing happens in the mornings. So for 4-5 hours in the mornings, actual dancing.
Every day?
Yeah, almost every day, yes.
Wow.
It's important.
So, what is your message to aspiring dancers who will come up to you?
So my message is that it is important, of course, to learn, you know, get a good training, not like a short-term course. I mean, go through it the proper manner. And I think having being hardworking and being dedicated is a given. I don't need to say that, because if you are a dancer, if you're a dancer, I assume you're already hardworking and you're already dedicated. I think what my message would be to have the right attitude towards your dance, to have that bhakti towards dance, and always understand that you are always smaller than the dance. The dance is bigger than you. The art is bigger than the artist. Artist will go away one day, but the art will remain. And while I'm alive, this art is being reflected, is being manifested through my body. So it's the big, art is the big and I'm the small. So the minute we have that attitude, I think that's when we will be able to learn more and get a sense of humility towards the art form. And I think that is the message I would like to give.
Thank you so much, Rama Didi, for talking to us. It was wonderful talking to you and getting insights about dance itself. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Didi,
This first time
also became part of the universe.
This really transported us into a divine, magical world. Thank you so much. This wonderful show would not have been possible without the support of many people, and I really want to thank them. I want to felicitate the artists, please stay here, First, I want to thank some of the people.
Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. I am Sri Devi Ranjit, the Artistic Director of Lasya School of Performing Arts. I would like to share my thoughts regarding the recent dance performance from the renowned artist Srimati Rama Vaidyanathan and her students here in Atlanta. They have performed New Dimensions to the Margam. That was a beautiful concept, very unique and innovative. It was a 90-minute show and they performed 5 songs. They were all in different languages, in Sanskrit, Hindi, Marathi, Bengali and in Tamil, and it was really interesting for the audience. I think it's the first time I'm seeing a production where songs were sung in 5 different languages. Isn't that amazing? She has done an excellent choreography for all the songs, and my favorite one was the second piece Ramaka has performed. It was a Varnam about Lord Krishna, and the lyrics were in Hindi. Her expressions were looking so beautiful, and I really loved it. You know, there's a lot to learn from such a great artist like Ramaka, and it was quite a privilege and honor to watch her performance this time. I have seen some of her performances in the past as well as on the social media, but watching it live is something very different, and it was impressive for me. And I hope to see many more of her performances. If possible, get an opportunity to perform along with her. That will be an absolute honor for me. I would like to thank Anupa and her husband Abir for inviting me to this beautiful production, New Dimensions to the Margam. That was definitely a treat for everyone's eyes. Thank you so much.
Namaskar. My name is Anupa Thakurta and I'm the founder director of Deeksha School of Performing Arts. Deeksha School was very proud and honored to present Rama Vaidyanathan and Ensemble in Atlanta on October 22nd at Berkmar High School. Rama Didi is an iconic artist, and it was truly a privilege to host her in Atlanta. She presented her new work called The New Dimensions to the Margam, where she presented 5 Bharatanatyam pieces in 5 different languages. The show was very, very well received by the audience. The choreography was exquisite, the dancing was incredible, and the music was wonderful by all the talented dynamic musicians from India. The lighting was superbly executed by Abhi Thakurta, and the sound was perfect by our very own Joji. We need to see more such artists in Atlanta. I was also very happy with the audience turnout. In spite of so many events going on in Atlanta that day, the audience turnout was very impressive. Deeksha School is very committed to bringing such artists and performances of high caliber in Atlanta to enrich the community we live in. I also want to thank our sponsors without whom we couldn't have pulled this show. Mr. Shiv Agarwal, Mr. Sandeep Savla, Turmeric Indian Restaurant, and I want to extend my gratitude to the entire Deeksha team for helping us with this event. Thank you so much.